Ruby Walsh's choice of the Mullins is the solid 8-1 chance. And the other horse being bet, Queen of Hearts, from a stable who does well at the festival, a local trainer from very few runners. That one's a 10-1 chance and shown it's a real battler on its last few starts. They're the ones at the top of the market, along with Sonora, who's running for the first time against mares today under Rachel Blackmore. But Epaton will go off favourite for JP and Henderson, and Posh Trish is definitely emerging as the best backed horse in the race for the Highclere Thoroughbred team.
So the bulk of the field now beginning to make their way out. Elusive Bell having gone ahead of the others. Essentially, she's got a keen going type. Hood on, of course. We saw her tear away at Sandown last time, but a few of the others just passing through the shot, and most of those who've gone are looking pretty relaxed about things as well. They're going to turn left at the bottom of the chute here and go straight off on the artificial counter down to the 2 mile start at the bottom of their home straight. Barry Geraghty just coming through the shot wearing the tartan armband as the festival's leading rider so far, and he's aboard the talented Epatante here. 15 just going through the shot. That was Diamond Gate you saw. Here's Robbie Power coming through. That's 19, Emily Moon. Jessie Harrington's representative. Nottingham McManus runners going through the shot. Sancta Simona, Mark Walsh, Davy Russell there going through aboard 11 Black Tears. And one or two of them just getting a little bit edgy, as you can see. A couple of handlers here for 4. Signoria, Rachel Blackmore with her feet out of the iron. Signoria keen to get on with things. Echo de Boinville heading out in the colours of Mike Greck and Stuart Clark and Noel Feely in the Jared Sullivan colours, red with a pink hoop. Errol Jacob going out, and there goes an impassive Ruby Walsh aboard the mare at 22, My Sister Sarah. It looks as though My Sister Sarah is going to be the last of the field to go out. So this is Epatante's moment, really, having landed the odds of 1 to 6 in emphatic fashion at Exeter last time. It's time for her to start living up to her price tag, and also for the sort of short form that she was showing earlier in her career over in France.
On now to race 6 on what has been quite an extraordinary day's racing here at the festival. And this horse in shot, as Stuart was telling you, as Lydia told you, as Dave Nevison has told you, but we will now confirm, was widely considered to be, Altior aside, Nicky Henderson's best chance of a festival winner. This is Epatante, bidding to give the Master of Seven Barrows a 4th win this week. He also, of course, runs Lust for Glory and Elusive Bell, but he is glowing about this filly Epatante. Does her achievement match her reputation?
Well, her achievement in this country certainly doesn't. She's had 2 very easy wins at Exeter and at Kempton, which in terms of depth of form don't match up to what some of the others have got to offer, but that looks a deliberate move. Nicky Henderson quoted today as saying that he didn't want to pick up the penalties for coming into this race, so they obviously had this in mind from a good way out. And if you look at her French form, it does read really well. The win at Saint-Cloud in a Grade 1 bumper, that worked out very well. And her previous victory at Le Lion d'Angers, well, she beat a horse who on its next start went on and gave weight and was only narrowly denied behind Elixir de Nuts, who's now rated in the 150. So you can look at that sort of form that she's got from France and certainly give her a good chance.
That's Epatante, who is seeking to give Barry Geraghty a treble, and Barry Geraghty will go to the top of the jockey's table if he is to succeed on Epatante. Posh Trish has been very well back for this race, Don.
I think Barry's leading in compact. I think he's wearing the armband there, so he's the front runner at the moment.
Clearly,
even though there's so many on 2, plenty of them. But yeah, Posh Trish, like she's had more experience than most of her rivals here. She herself and Lust for Glory, she beat her, and she beat her the reverse of it. Then last time at Taunton, she was good. She was impressive in winning. I suppose the fact that she carries more experience than most coming into this race is a positive, and she remains progressive.
And which is the best of the Irish, do you think?
Yeah, look, I suppose Honeysuckle probably was. She met with a setback, so it's a pity. It would have been very exciting to see her against Epatante. In her absence, Senoria represents Kenny Alexander, and Henry de Bromhead and Rachel Blackmore rides her. You know, there may not be much between these two, and Senoria was very good the last day against Chosen Mate. She battled back. Chosen Mate came and actually passed her at the final flight, and she battled back really well to go and beat him. And then he came out and since has won a Grade 2, beat Hannon in a Grade 2 race. So that's form is stacking up well. And again, that was just her third run over hurdles, so she can progress again. But you know, she might not be that far off it.
I wouldn't rule out a big run from Queen of Hearts either. She's a very honest, genuine mare who was quite impressive at Sandown last time for a trainer who has tasted festival success before, Stuart Edmonds, and had the 4th in this race last year. Coming out then for this year's edition of the National Hunt Breeders supported by Tattersalls Mares Novices Hurdle, who will follow in the footsteps of Limini and Lorena. We will find out very shortly as they come into line with Ian Bartlett.
Starters shortly going to call them forward into line. A few of these mares are a little bit on their toes down at the start in the preparations. Have 8 flights of hurdles in total to take, 2 miles and 1 furlong the trip. A little over £50,000 to the winner. They're about to make their final turn to come forward. Epatante, the favourite, one of 2 runners in the JP McManus colours. Barry Geraghty with a white cap. Flag is up, starter is ready for them. One moving into bedding, Posh Trish, already been successful 4 times this year. Harry Cobden is in light and dark blue colours, right against the running rail in the front rank as they move up to the tape. So coming forward, they're off. A race away then, short run down to the first of the 8 flights here. Emily Moon and Posh Trish, Indefatigable, and also El Fal amongst the leaders. Away in the west is behind those as they all clear number 1 safely, with Sancta Simona, Court Maid, Concertista, and also Alley Dance towards the back of the field. Quite a long run down towards number 2. The nose-banded head of Emily Moon goes through to lead. Dark blue cap of Posh Trish in second place, a red cap then El Fal level with her. Indefatigable's between the pair, light blue colours of Sonoria nearest to the stand. The big white face there is Tintangle ahead of Diamond Gate in the red and white stripes, and the pink jacket of Black Tears with her. Away in the west over the far side, then Appetante, green and yellow jacket, white cap. She'll be about 8th or 9th as they clear number 2, which they all do successfully. Then further back, the black and pink is Lust for Glory as they make their way on towards the far side of the course. In behind her is President Line in the light blue around the outside of runners, and then Elusive Bell with the orange sleeves who's moved up ahead of Away in the west. These then are followed through by Dame du Soir, combination of 2 sets of green and white. Races around the outside of Build Me Up Buttercup, colour change there, purple jacket. Alley Dance is in company with her, then Concertista. They're followed by Eglantine du Seuil in the red, and then comes Queen of Hearts as they jump over number 3, which they all appear to do successfully. Just the back marker was Court Maid. Queen of Hearts is with her towards the back of the field. Robbie Power, though, setting the gallop on Emily Moon. Quickly at 4, fiddled her way over it. Epatante was a little low at that. Second position, the red cap of El Fal in the same jacket. Following her is Sonoria around the outside of Posh Trish as they get to number 5. Epatante, again, not the best of leads, but okay. She'll be about 6th or 7th at this stage. Tintangle is preceding her. President Line's going right around the outside, is banging contention, and Black Tears in a pink jacket behind this. Elusive Bell is making progress against the running rail from Indefatigable, who's begun to lose ground. Away in the west behind this, and then Dame du Soir. They're followed by Lust for Glory, and then comes Build Me Up Buttercup as they come to 3 from the finish, right at the top of the hill, and all over it okay. My Sister Sarah touchdown in last position there. Queen of Hearts is with her towards the back of the field. Eglantine du Seuil is also towards the rear. There's quite a bit of running, but only 2 bits of jumping to do from here for these mares. There's only about 15 lengths first to last. The gallop has been set by Emily Moon, and she continues to hold the lead. Second position, El Fal. Posh Trish is with her. Sonoria's there. And then Tintangle, Jack Kennedy, the white-faced mare, running away. President Line going wide and coming there strongly. Indefatigable, making progress again. Concertista and Epatante behind these, and then comes Black Tears. Weakening now is Emily Moon. Elusive Bell is about to go past her. Build Me Up Buttercup is next as they move to the second last. And now it is President Line for France, who's moved wide around the outside to take it up. Against the running rail is El Fal. Sonoria's with her. They're followed by Black Tears. Tintangle is still there. Concertista, green jacket, white cap coming into it strongly. Then comes Lust for Glory. Posh Trish is on the extreme right. They have 1 to jump. President Line showing in front. She's got a 2-length lead. Black Tears in the Pink going well. Concertista there. Build Me Up Buttercup behind these. Indefatigable staying on. The final flight coming up. President Line is in front. Eglantine du Seuil in the red staying on strongly from the back. Black Tears, Concertista. Concertista doing it up to Black Tears in second. Eglantine du Seuil, the red colours, is still staying on for Noel Feely. Eglantine du Seuil is chasing down Concertista as they run up towards the line. It's going to be on the nod between Eglantine du Seuil and Concertista. Tintangle and Black Tears behind those, and El Fal headed the remainder.
What a thriller for the Mares Novices hurdle. Willie Mullins has won either which way. It is Eglantine du Seuil joining Concertista on the line. That is very, very close indeed. Far side in the colours of Sullivan Bloodstock, Eglantine du Seuil and Noel Feely. Nearest to you is Concertista and Danny Mullins. Initial thought and favourite on the exchanges was top. Eglantine du Seuil had won this. Either way, Concertista has produced one of the most auspicious displays on hurdling debut, on jump racing debut, I think I've ever seen. Never jumped a hurdle in public, this mare by Nathaniel Concertista. Favourite on the exchanges, top, Eglantine du Seuil. And Noel Feely, his body language suggests
here is the result of the photo finish
number
for
16,
first
Eglantine du
place.
Seuil.
First, number 16.
And his body language was absolutely spot on, as were the exchanges. 50 to 1. 5-0, 50 to 1. Biggest priced winner of the festival so far. Third winner of this festival for Willie Mullins, and a first for Noel Feely in colours that have served him so well down the years, those of Jared Sullivan's Sullivan Bloodstock Limited. It is a huge price exacta for Willie Mullins here in a race which he carpet bombed with runners, and he got the result up. Eglantine du Seuil 50 to 1. Concertista 66 to 1. She never jumped a hurdle in public, and Tintangle has finished in third for Gordon Elliott. Clean sweep for the Irish at 40 to 1. Oh, they thought this place spot was going to be easy, and then that came along.
Unbelievable. We were wondering which was the best of the Irish beforehand. You don't even know which is the best of the Willie Mullins fillies, and there are plenty of them. That's 4 out of 4 now of this race. The Mares Novices hurdle that Willie has won. The last 3 with Mares Beginning with Elle, but no, like power pack finish from Noel Feely on this filly. Look, she committed. They're all lightly raced, unexposed fillies. It's very difficult to know how they would have panned out, and she's gone off a 50 to 1 shot. She was absolutely ignored in the market, but she's finished off her race really strongly. Just got up.
Of course, the colours carried to victory in this very race last year by Lorena. It was rather a shorter price, and really Noel Feely at this point had nowhere to go. Was trapped behind a wall of horses. Samuel Cohen in front of him on Elusive Bell, not really going forward at this point, and it looked most unlikely at this stage.
Yeah, like she's come from nowhere, and it didn't look like they went that fast up front. No, Emily Moon, she is the front runner, and she got into a nice rhythm up front. But even there, like Noel Feely's punching away. He's going to finish 10th to 12th there.
I thought for a moment we'd have our first French-trained winner at the festival for a long time, since Moulin Riche took the Albert Bartlett, as President Lean hit the front under Alexis Poirier for Alain Quetil. It wasn't to be. Former compatriot, now with Willie Mullins. Concertista, big white face. That is a massive performance on a hurdling debut.
Yeah, and if she hadn't just steadied into the last a little bit and lost a little bit of momentum, then she'd have managed to hang on and win this. But it's an excellent run on her first start over hurdles, and the way that she travelled into that race was the mark of a horse who's got lots and lots of ability, so they'll be delighted with that. The third horse has run very well as well. Tintangle, who took a fall last time out. Before that, Tintangle had been heavily beaten by Honeysuckle in a double-digit lengths. So, you know, they've still got plenty to look forward to once Honeysuckle's right.
He has put a lot of money back into the game the last 2 years after a little while out of it, Jared Sullivan. Seen there being congratulated by Bloodstock agent Harold Kirk, and he has been rewarded this week handsomely. Duc de Genièvre first, and now Eglantine du Seuil. He may not have the easiest horses' names to pronounce in England or Ireland, but he's got some seriously talented ones.
He does, yeah. And look, he, as you say, Nick, he is putting a lot of money into the game, and always has. Like, we know these colours from before, so